Welcome to Fact Nutshell. Today, we're exploring the life of Alexander the Great, the man who created one of the largest empires in history before his untimely death at the age of 32. Let's dive into the key moments that defined his extraordinary life. Alexander's early life and rise to power. Alexander the Great was born in 356 BC in Pella, the ancient capital of Macedonia. He was the son of King Philip, a formidable ruler who had transformed Macedonia into a powerful state, and Queen Olympias, a woman of intense ambition and strong character. From an early age, Alexander was exposed to the arts of warfare and governance, receiving education from the renowned philosopher Aristotle. Under Aristotle's tutelage, Alexander developed a love for philosophy, science, and literature, which would later influence his approach to leadership and conquest. In 336 BC, tragedy struck when King Philip I was assassinated at a royal wedding. At just 20 years old, Alexander ascended to the throne amidst a backdrop of political instability. Despite his youth, he quickly demonstrated his military and strategic prowess by quelling rebellions and securing the loyalty of the Macedonian army. Alexander's swift consolidation of power included the ruthless elimination of potential rivals, ensuring that his rule would be unchallenged. With Greece firmly under his control, Alexander began to set his sights on a much larger goal: the conquest of the Persian Empire, which would soon propel him into the annals of history as one of the greatest military leaders of all time. The Persian Campaign. After securing his position as king, Alexander the Great embarked on one of the most ambitious military campaigns in history, the conquest of the Persian Empire. In 334 BC, he crossed the Hellespont into Asia Minor with a relatively small but highly trained and loyal army. His first major battle occurred at the Granicus River, where he achieved a decisive victory against a Persian force, marking the beginning of his conquest. Alexander's strategic brilliance was fully displayed in the subsequent battles of Issus in 333 BC and Gaugamela in 331 BC. At Issus, he faced the Persian king Darius II, who commanded a much larger army. Despite being outnumbered, Alexander's tactical genius led to a crushing defeat for Darius, who fled the battlefield, leaving his family behind. This victory opened the path to the Persian heartland. The Battle of Gaugamela was the turning point of the campaign. Here, Alexander again faced Darius in a showdown that would decide the fate of the Persian Empire. Using innovative tactics and his unparalleled leadership, Alexander defeated Darius, who fled once more, ultimately leading to his assassination by his own men. By 330 BC, Alexander had captured the Persian capitals, declared himself king of Asia, and established control over the vast Persian Empire, solidifying his reputation as one of history's greatest military commanders. Conquest of Egypt and founding of Alexandria. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great marched into Egypt, where he was welcomed as a liberator from Persian rule. The Egyptians, eager for a change, crowned him as pharaoh. During his time in Egypt, Alexander founded the city of Alexandria, strategically located on the Mediterranean coast. Alexandria was intended to be a symbol of Greek culture and influence, blending Eastern and Western traditions. It soon became one of the most important cultural and intellectual centers of the ancient world, embodying Alexander's vision of a unified empire that bridged diverse cultures and peoples. Campaign in India and the Battle of the Hydaspes. In 326 BC, Alexander advanced into the Indian subcontinent, aiming to extend his empire further east. He faced King Porus at the Battle of the Hydaspes River, encountering fierce resistance and unfamiliar war tactics, including the use of war elephants. Despite these challenges, Alexander secured a hard-fought victory and, impressed by Porus's bravery, reinstated him as a regional ruler under his own authority. This campaign marked the limits of Alexander's expansion, as his weary troops refused to march further east, prompting him to begin the long journey back towards Babylon. Return to Babylon and the death of Alexander. After his campaigns in India, Alexander the Great led his army back to Babylon, enduring harsh conditions and significant losses during the journey. In 323 BC, at the height of his power, Alexander suddenly fell ill and died at the age of 32, possibly from fever or poisoning. Alexander's legacy as a brilliant military leader and visionary has endured for over 2 millennia. His conquests reshaped the ancient world and continue to influence history. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe to Fact Nutshell for more fascinating historical content. Thanks for watching.